Hi, my name is Kenneth and welcome to Winning Whiskeys. Today I'm going to talk to you about my bourbon haul from when I went to Kentucky with a few buddies and for an event, not related to bourbon. I'll tell you about my bourbon haul from Louisville and Lexington. First bottle I have for you. So fortunate for this one. I just got off the airplane, showed up to Louisville, and show up to Michter's and ask about tours. And she goes, yeah, we got a tour at 2 o'clock. And I was like, looked at my watch, and I was like, tomorrow? And she's like, no, like 10 minutes from now. And I was like, sign me up for this. And it was a bottle of your own. And that's what she said. So I was like super excited. I was like, couldn't believe it. I'd heard about that you could do it, and I'd heard that people waited in line to get tickets, and I just walked in, and just so happened they had a couple openings, and I just, sign me up for this one. So this one, I think it was 180 for it, and you go in there and you actually bottle your own. You can see that, it says hand bottled. This is 112.6 proof, this batch, and this is the Fort Nelson Reserve, the barrel strength, Michter's barrel strength. Super excited about this one. I'll probably open this on a special occasion just so fortunate. I was so lucky. I couldn't believe this trip started off with just essentially hitting the jackpot. So right after that, stopped in at Bardstown, which was right across the street. And I decided to try a pour of this Carter Cellars, which is a blend of American whiskey finished in the Carter Cellar Cabernet barrels. This one is a blend of Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana. And I picked this up for about $140 at the distillery. I actually tried a pour of this before I bought it. Just because I have a few bottles now of Bardstown, and I'd heard good things about this, but just better be safe than sorry. I want to say picked up like a 1 ounce pour for maybe 12 or 13 bucks. And when I tried it, I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. The salesperson who I was talking to as well before I tried it, she was like, this is our last case, and it's one of her favorites. And so I tried it, and I was like, oh my God, I have to have a bottle. Bought this bottle, as I said, for about $140 from the distillery. I am excited to try this, to open this one at some point as well. I do have a few Bardstowns already. So I don't know when I'm going to get to there, but I'm very excited that I was able to pick this up. Starting to run out of suitcase already in the hour and a half that I'd been there already. And then the next bottle that I picked up are these two 117 series from Old Forester. So these are the Scotch cask finish, and they are 93 proof. At the Michter's tour going back, I was with a couple who were pouring their own bottle at the same time I was, and right after the tour we were talking, and they mentioned that Old Forester had a whole bunch of the 117 series. So I just hustled down, I think it was a mile down the street, just hustled on, just walked down there, got some steps in, and there was a maximum of 2, so I picked up these two bottles, these two 375s, because for $60 each, I thought that was a pretty good deal, considering that I can't get them where I am, and I don't these are so hard to come by. I heard later that, they weren't that great. But they're still good, but they aren't as good as some of the other 117 series. Super excited about this. I may give one of these bottles away to someone as a gift. Very excited about this. Don't know when I'm going to try it, but can't wait to open one of them actually. Right after this, I actually stopped in at Neat Bottle Shop, and because I'd heard good things about the place, and so I actually picked up this Wild Turkey 12. It's an export only. and yeah, so I walked into Neat. I'd heard like, I heard that you could try some bottles there, and I think it was from the Bourbon Kingdom guys who had said that you could pick up a Wild Turkey 12. Um, everyone spoke really highly of it last year for everyone who got to try it, and yeah, so I actually again tried before I bought it. I think it was like $10 for a 1 ounce pour, so it's not crazy, and tried it, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I am definitely gonna pick up this Wild Turkey 12. It's 101 proof, but it was great. It was caramel, vanilla, that butterscotch, like everything you can imagine in a bourbon. This is what it is. This is it. It was phenomenal. And yeah, if I know I bought a couple bottles from this trip already, but if I go back to Louisville, I'm gonna go stop in at Neat and pick up another one of these because it comes in a great box. You can see the bottle. It's a great looking bottle here. Look at that color. And yeah, we talked for like 30 minutes when I was at the shop. And yeah, I tried a couple other things, but this Wild Turkey 12, phenomenal. While I was there, I also picked up this. It was just on the shelf. And yeah, this is 23C Stag. I couldn't believe it. In my area, I may have only seen 2 or 3 bottles ever, and they were all at least 200. I did pass on one that was 250, and I was like, that's just crazy. But I think one of the earlier batches, and I got that for 150. So for $99 for 23C, I was like, just sign me up. I mean, yeah, as MSRP is MSRP like what, $60-$70, but you're never gonna find it for $100, right? You're just never going to. So yeah, picked up this Stag 23C for $100. Sign me up. Oh, and to go back for this Wild Turkey 12, this one was $150. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's probably what exports $80 maybe, but you can't find it overseas, and so in Asia, I think Asia only exports. So for $150, thought this was well worth the pickup as well. And then the last bottle on the last day I was in Lexington, stopped in at Four Roses. I also got a pour that day of the 135th limited edition Four Roses, and man, that was a great pour. I do think it was like for 2 ounces, it was $35. I think $35. So a little pricey, but man, that pour was phenomenal. Then I stopped at the gift shop right there, and I picked up, I think this is the OBSO. Yep, OBSO. This is the high rye mash bill. So it should be, fruity, high rye. Traditionally, that's what I imagine, Four Roses. I know they have a lot of different mash bills and recipes, but this is the one that is usually actually not with my usual profile. So this barrel strength, not really into the high rye stuff, but wanted to pick it up. I'll probably open it at some point. But yeah, picked this up at the gift shop for about $100. So I was starting to run out of room in my suitcase at this point. But yeah, that was the Four Roses. So to recap here, I'm gonna pull it out here. We got. I'm gonna try to put everything out for you guys. This was the haul. So putting out the haul here for you guys, but yeah, super excited. And yeah, strongly recommend hitting up all these distilleries. So go back, I picked up the Michter's Barrel Strength for the bottle your own for $180. I picked up the Wild Turkey 12 for $150. Picked up this Bardstown Carter Cellars. I think it was $140, maybe $150, but I think it was about $140 in that range. Then the Four Roses for $100, the Stag for $100, and then each of these 117 series was $60. So yeah, I thought it was a great bourbon haul. Strongly recommend going, and I had a great time. I don't know if next time I go if I'll have as good of luck as I got, but yeah, great experience. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Thank you.